Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. It is time for my monthly reminder that even during Ashes of Outland, Quest Druid still remains a deck. I played my Quest Druid again, and actually this time I had the highest win rate that I have had with Quest Druid during the entirety of Ashes of Outland, so Quest Druid just keeps getting better with every nerf patch, and I'm really looking forward to the next one and see just how good is Quest Druid going to be then. Now I hit 67% win rate with this deck. This is still the same deck that I built last time. I have not changed any cards during the past month. This is still the Bok Beam and Ironbark version of Quest Druid and including Satravar. And I just like this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun to play, and now the performance numbers also, they just keep going up. The main win conditions of the deck are Isera Unleashed, Arcspore Mischiefin, and Satravar, because you can Satravar Isera, or you can Satravar the Arcspore, or you can Satravar the Prime, should any of those live a turn, but thanks to the Isera portals, you don't actually have to have a minion survive a turn in order to have a Satravar target, because 7 portals, one of those random dragons is going to be a good one, and they come out on the start of your turn, so then dragon shows up, and you Satravar that, and boom. You can also have some other dragons than ones that you normally have access to, and then you will also be able to play them from hand, and you'll get one in your deck and you will be able to play that, so you can even make use of potential battle cry effects. I have Satravarred everything from Vaxedress to Azure Explorers. It's just a very flexible tool, and you can have a lot of different things with that, and that gives the deck enough value to really contest those long games. The deck also packs a lot of healing, because there's Hidden Oasis in the deck, and then there's Crystal Powers in the deck, and Steel Beetles in the deck, so you have a lot more healing than Druids usually do, and then you have some AoE because you have Starfall in the deck, so you have more AoE, more healing, not quite as big of a tempo swing available as Spell Druid can have with the Mount Seller turns, but still some pretty decent things even in that regard. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're always keeping untapped potential. The quest is a keep in every single matchup at the moment, and you're also always looking for your Crystal Merchant. Crystal Merchant is such a phenomenal card. Then after that it starts to depend a little. Typically I try to keep something early removal, maybe a Crystal Power against the Demon Hunter or Wrath against multiple classes. 2 damage is typically good against Demon Hunter, 3 damage is good against mostly everything, and whenever I can I try to keep Nourish, because once you complete the quest and then you Nourish and you draw cards and you ramp at the same time, and that's just such an immense swing that it just wins games, even against stuff like Demon Hunters, if you already have a little bit of early game. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come. I also stream live on Twitch 6 days a week, so check down below in the description for a link to my Twitch channel. And now, let's go take a look at Quest Druid in action. It's just... But alright, let's play a little bit of Quest Druid. Maybe that's going to be fun. Well, it's not going to be fun because I'm playing against the priest, but it could have been fun in some other circumstances. Oh, it's the heavy style priest too, not the tempo priest. Bit of a surprise because I don't meet anything else but tempo priest nowadays really. But we can try to beat them with multiple Iseras or something. There's going to be Shadow Madness in that deck too, though. That's a bit of a problem. With Rising Winds in hand, I can just kill that. It's fine, I can just kill it. Work towards my quest completion. Yeah, Yobel, it is definitely a better idea to play tempo in general in Hearthstone. Wonder how the meta will of Tuesday. Well, nobody really knows. He spends a time rip on a Crystal Merchant. That's interesting. I think I want the Arcspore out there now. Because right now he would have to have Shadow Madness and then like Pain, and no one even runs Pain, to actually be able to steal this. So it's most likely that he cannot actually steal the Arcspore away from me. can of course try to wait and see if I will play something at some point. Let's just ramp a little bit here. So now I would have the option to kill off my own Arc Spore to prevent the priest from taking it. Free up space to play Ysera next turn. Too bad I don't have Satravar yet. Maybe this is fine. It's still unlikely for the priest to be able to take that. And priest has to play something. Priest really just wants to steal that later on. Well, now I can buff it up, so that then it cannot be stolen. No more Shadow Madness plays available for that. Too bad I still don't have Satravar, because I would like to Satravar the Arc Spore or the Ysera. There can always be a Soul Mirror. Would be a little awkward. But not a disaster. I think I'll just go with this. If there's a Soul Mirror, there's a Soul Mirror. I'll see about that. Let's try a tempo route. Two invokes on the Galagrand. So now he can also discount cards with the Fate Weaver. But I know he has dragons in hand. Could be Fate Weaver, could be Morozond. Can I please find Satravar before I have too much stuff here? I think I'm killing that. He can still play the Soul Mirror, of course. Let's hit him in the face a little. With cards in hand, that's okay. Soul Mirror obviously still playable. Not quite there for the Plague of Death yet. But Plague of Death could come next turn. Oh, a randomly generated Lasul scheme allowing Shadow Madness use. That was obviously unexpected, because that is not a card that is part of the deck. So I'm a little bit sad about that.
We are all bound to fate.
A little bit. And then he has a Shadow Word Death too. No. No Shadow Word Death. Well, that's a surprise. But I have only 16 damage here. I'm still 6 damage off. I don't really have burst damage coming from the deck either. Guess I'll use a Wrath over there. Next turn there can be a Plague of Death. It's a little annoying, of course. I'm pushing this damage. Random Lasul scheme was an excellent choice. I could not have chosen a better card myself there. Ah, so exactly the right resources from me as well. The deck doesn't have a lot of reach. So I can push him to 2, but I can't kill him.
So many contradictions.
I want to deny Apotheosis' place. Let's just deal with this Searcher now. Trade off both of these. Push face with both of those. Okay, we have the priest down to 2 health. 3 invokes on the Galagrand. So Galagrand alone doesn't help. There needs to be more than just the Galagrand. But is there more? Here comes the Galagrond. And it didn't help, and the priest is dead. I think I need to keep these cards against the Demon Hunter. Okay, now I have all of my early removal tools. That's something. I have a lot of healing in this deck, if I can live long enough to use it. We'll see. Or do I just kill this immediately? Do I also make the quest? I mean, if I don't kill this immediately, he could buff it next turn, and then I might not be able to get rid of it.
So many contradictions.
So I think I need to kill it.
Stand the time run low.
That means I will develop the quest next turn. Quest is 1 turn delayed, but with Wrath and Bok Beam in hand. I don't feel too bad about it yet.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
He did have the buff. Look at that. If I hadn't killed the Battle Fiend, the result would have been disastrous for me. Ah, a Crystal Merchant. Yeah, let's play that. I like that card. That's a fun card. This won't be available on 5. Not as 5/5s. I mean, I can play it as 3 trees. That is an option. You need something more. So that's an I-beam. That's good to know, I suppose. Taking a little bit of damage. I don't have the Steel Beetle active yet. 2 more turns before the quest is online.
How curious.
So many options here. The 2 more turns before the quest is a little bit bad, of course, because of the chance of Claybound Adept now that he had the Umberwing. Without the Umberwing, Claybound Adept wouldn't be available then yet.
So many contradictions.
So I think this is Summon Eagle turn. Because now, if he wants to play Claybound Adept, well, he can just sacrifice one of the 1/1s. So he wants to play Claybound Adept. I'm a little bit sad about that, of course. That was the card that I really didn't want to see here. If I can just find an expensive spell, life will be much better. I want to kill the Claybound Adept here. So I'll use these 2 cards to do so. And then I can spend the coin so that I will complete the quest. But I would really need to find Hidden Oasis, Nourish or Starfall. Because those would then activate these cards. And probably would be enough to carry me. Oh no, Skull of Gul'dan on 6. Okay, how much? Nothing yet. Fine. Could mean that the big Altruist turn is coming. Big Altruist turn could be the end of me. I would really need to find one of those spells. There's 6 spells in those 17 cards. I think I need the Searcher here. Hoping that there won't be a big Altruist turn, of course, but not playing anything there makes me think that something big is going to happen now. I might even die this turn. I had the option to heal for 5 with the Crystal Power. Because it's 6 out of 17. It's only a little bit over 1 in 3 to find a big Altruist turn is coming. Too bad. I lost to... Excellent top decking skills. Haha! Look at that. That was ridiculous. If I top deck Starfall, I still survive this though. Right? Isn't that still a little bit off? Too off. Yeah, so Starfall would allow me to live. But now it's only... it's one off actually. That is the Starfall though. Now this is getting interesting. Because now I can gain 5 armor. And then I can kill almost all of this board. And then I can get a taunt minion out there. But I still die to Warglaives. Warglaives is exactly lethal. Might be some other routes for him too. The second Skull of Gul'dan, that is impressive. What can you say? I mean, that's crazy. That is simply incredibly crazy. 9-10 damage on the board. So, Crystal Power takes me to 10, so I still die. That Wrath can help me though. I need to use it to kill this. This is the biggest threat right now. So I will need to kill that one. And that allows me to pick up a Hidden Oasis. Alright. Then I can Hidden Oasis my face. So I go to 17. Now, Demon Hunter, can you please run out of stuff? Like, pretty please. Now there's a random card that allows him to draw more cards. He just is not running out of stuff. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 8. There's Metamorphosis left. There's a Slice left. If there's a Metamorphosis and Slice in hand, that's 8 plus 9. That would be lethal. So I can't afford to play the Ysera. There are some cards that can kill me if I play the Ysera. But do I live with the... I mean, Hidden Oasis is always going to die too. I think this is the play. Not using the Crystal Power yet. Go to 29. Let's see what the Demon Hunter brings next. So there was at least 6 additional damage from hand. But now I get to play the Ysera.
My dream is your nightmare.
And I can Iron Bark the Ysera. And I can kill off his 4-1. So now I have a 5-15 taunt. I haven't seen a Warglaive yet. There should be a Warglaive coming. But I think this hand is real and legit. Let's take this hand. See what happens with this one. If I live long enough to play the Nourish. Ha. You never know. I might not play the coin here. I might use the coin to keep advancing my quest. Hey Kekuru, best way to relax playing a Demon Hunter. You mean playing as Demon Hunter or playing against the Demon Hunter? Or both? Well. I think I'll go ahead and develop Steel Beetle here. Then use the coin so that I get to advance the quest. If I had had the Oasis Searcher in my hand, I probably would have advanced the quest earlier, so that I would be able to play this as quest enhanced on 5.
It's time for a little blood.
Alright. This is going all good so far. I have the Wrath to kill this Amani. He didn't have a buff for it. He would have used the buff on it and traded both of the 1/1s. So now I will be simply able to Wrath down the Amani. So that's good. No worries, AAECAZICBPihA. Oh, we're chilling. It's all good. Oh noes. My taunt minions are ineffective. It's okay. Right, hero power down to 1/1. It's all good still. I have the option to go Oasis Searcher Innervate next turn. I just hope he doesn't have a Claybound Adept. That would be a powerful minion.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Divine Shield for Kayn.
In the shadows.
Intriguing. Alright, alright. I mean, this is still going to be... There's going to be always a Searcher, right? To kill these 2. And Innervate to complete the quest, isn't it? Next turn I can Nourish. I think so, yeah. Let's make 2 of those. Trade away the other minions from his board. And Innervate to complete the quest. So I get to the Nourish turn. I mean, he has a Kayn. Yeah, sure, he has a Kayn. That means that all taunts are irrelevant as such. But on the other hand, he doesn't have a board. So...
Do you see what must be done?
Alright, and I can Bog Beam the Altruis. So I'm totally fine with this. It's a bit of pressure, yeah. It is, but it's not too bad. Now is to Nourish. Let's grab some cards. Some nice cards. I can Bog Beam the Altruis away. Boom. Then I could get the Crystal Merchant out there. Crystal Merchant and Innervate would draw a card now. Would he feel obliged to kill the Crystal Merchant? Maybe. I think it's worth using the Innervate. I'm still at 18. I know that there's Kayn, but is it enough? I will need to find some healing at some point, of course. How much of that Warglaives is being spent on killing the minions? Alright. So he pushes another 8, I go down to 10. This might be enough. That Divine Shield protected Kayn. Just might be enough. So I have the option to Crystal Power to heal myself. Or to kill the Kayn. Healing myself is probably better.
How curious.
I think I'll give the Nourish a try. Well, now the Oasis Searcher can kill the Kayn. Is that the play? Oasis Searcher and Ironbark. Kill the Kayn, have a taunt minion up. At 10 health.
How curious.
Only 1 charge in that Warglaive. And next turn I have Hidden Oasis.
Stand the time run low.
I think that's got to be the play. Now I'm killing off that Kayn. And I'm building a taunt. A 6/5 taunt. And only 1 charge in this Warglaive. So it's unlikely that he can push 10 here. I have a Starfall. And then I can Crystal Power to heal myself. I don't have to be able to do the Hidden Oasis. Crystal Power is enough. Alright. This is going well. This is going really well. Unlike weaker Druid decks, my Druid deck has AoE in it. So, Crystal Power to heal myself. I want to go to 15. 1 mana. I can do 2 copies of Rising Winds here. And the Starfall. So, I can draw with the Rising Winds. I can draw again with the Rising Winds. I can Starfall all his minions away. I can heal myself to 15. And I can hit him in the face. And lo and behold, we best the Demon Hunter yet again. How hard is the Warriors going to come at me? Do I even keep a new Serra with the Nourish? Maybe I do. Deservedly so, but what can you do? I can take turn 6 quest completion and a guaranteed card on 2.
Behold, jewels of the south.
Let's take the guaranteed card on 2. What sort of warrior are we talking about? Okay, so Enrage or Eggs. Alright, alright. But he uses some of his key resources here, which I cannot say that I agree with. But fine. Let's see where this one is going. Maybe he has some kind of a plan that will make that sacrifice worthwhile. Maybe he will be able to do something interesting with that. There is definitely a world in which he can do such buffs on that one that I will not be able to respond. We'll see. Okay, so I'm killing the Korkron. Unless he gets a Titanic Lucky for it, which he does. Well, apparently good rolls are my opponent's forte tonight. If he can damage this and copy it, he probably just wins. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I think I need to restore 5 health to myself here. Let's see. I needed to make some hand space, although it's also fairly likely that I will have to use an Oasis Surgery instead of a Nourish next turn. Let's just hope that he can't copy that. No, no copies yet, that's good. Fairly wide board, and tons of lucky generation. A little bit scary, of course. I may need to go with the Oasis Searcher this turn. Nourish is just a bit too slow because of that health on that Korkron. I suppose I will have to go with this one. Remove some of that value generation from him. There are potential lethal outs for him, but a little bit few when that Korkron is not on the board. If the Korkron was on the board, that would give him more ways to do things here. But obviously a very difficult position right now. I will have to nourish. I do have to nourish here. Can't quite get a Starfall out there. But what I can do, I can get an Anubis Defender out there. And I can get the Arcspore out there. Bookbeam doesn't really do anything here. Does Ironbark. Thing is, I'm probably just dead. So easy for him to get that 5 additional damage. I think I may have to Ironbark one of these. To make it a little bit more difficult for him to have enough damage there. But we'll see. And if I do like Hidden Oasis next turn, that doesn't do a whole lot now, does it? So many lackeys from 2 Corsair cached Livewire Lances. That's tough. And then that 8/8 for also from, yeah, so many random effects that he won. But still needs 1 more damage. Oh, that one deals that 1 damage. Okay, but I'm still alive, so that's an upside. Because that means that I can do the Hidden Oasis here. I could also nourish into Hidden Oasis. Nourish will give me the 2 mana crystals. I don't have an Innervate, so I can't Hidden Oasis and do Starfall anyway. I guess it has to be the Nourish. Gives me a little bit more answers, potentially. Then the Hidden Oasis. Bog Beams aren't really helping now, so I think this has got to be... This is what I have right now. Let's see where we go from here. I've seen 1 Cauldron and 1 Inner Rage used. There are some ways for me to survive this. We'll see if we can actually land on those. Because there's like Steel Beetle, Starfall type of plays available for next turn.
I'll show you who's boss.
How much can he skipper?
Made
2 lackeys in hand. Could be rampages, but he can't rampage and play mercenary. Both of those cannot be done. Only one of them can be done. So a board like this, I mean, I could play the Mischiefin Prime. So many options. I can Starfall this board, of course. Then I don't have a Taunt minion. I can play Mischiefin Prime, and the Fungal Giant could kill the Mana Giant. Or I could double Bookbeam the Mana Giant. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let's do Mischiefin Prime. And then I'll double Bookbeam that Mana Giant out there. And I'll trade away his Skipper, because I don't want him to have ways to damage his stuff. Because if he has ways to damage his stuff, that's bad for me. Playing Deathwing here would result in a Deathwing, but it would open up space for a potential Cauldron or Grommash Lethal. With Inner Rage or with another Skipper. There is no Brawl in that deck. That's the Enrage Warrior. He might be looking for bonus Skippers here.
I'll show you who's boss.
He actually had a Skipper in his hand already. Interesting.
Made of
Well, I mean, I don't care about his armor total at all. His armor is completely irrelevant. Either he has the threats to kill me or he will die. There is nothing in between. I suppose Terran is nice. So there's Sky Raider's Skipper and Armsmith inside. I obviously don't want to let him copy the Terran. So I want to kill the Terran and then I want to kill the Skipper. And the safest way to do that is to first play the Steel Beetle. It doesn't even have to be first, the order doesn't really matter. But to play the Steel Beetle, so that I can get a little bit of more health so I don't accidentally die. And then I'm going to want to innervate Satravar on the Mischiefin Prime, which will give me another Mischiefin Prime. And then I can kill his Terran, and then I can kill his Skipper. And that leaves me the board like this, and all the Skippers are now dead. Unless that one is a randomly generated Skipper, there are no more Skippers remaining. And because it's an Egg Terran list, that means that there won't be a Brawl, and there won't be a Blade. What is it, the 3-mana spell? There could be a Deathwing, but I mean, Deathwing just dies long before it cleans up this board. Nice 5/8, mate. He's going to rampage it. He could rampage and copy it. No, he's just going to copy it. Well, that doesn't even look like a good card then. Yeah. Okay. So now you can kill some of that stuff. Fine. Oh, look at that. You actually managed to kill some of my minions. How cute. I can take this moment to play the Ysera. But I can heal my face as well. So he still has Skorkrun, Inner Rage, Rampage for up to 18. But that's not a worry for me. I can just hit there, and I can hit there. I can play the Ysera. Let's get the portals into the deck. And I can heal myself. So I go to 19. So even in the best case scenarios, he doesn't have the tools to push through that. And therefore, one very, very dead warrior. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.